I'm curious if you've seen on sessions orchestrators writing bends and how they write bends on a part.
How they write what?
Like a bent note, like you were talking about the...
Oh, you know what? They'll just probably write both of the notes and they'll write maybe the word slide, like a little thing.
So kind of standard.
Slide pedal. And the only way I can bend a note is by just playing the note to give a sliding effect, you know, like, if I wanted to do that, that would just be, I would play like, what did I just do? I forget what I just did. Oh yeah, so say I play an E7, right? Okay, so I'm playing an E7, but I would play it with a G natural on the top, and then I would take the G pedal and slide it so it sounds
upwards. Yeah, right. You can slide up, right?
I can slide it up, I can slide it down, half step, but it doesn't sound like a guitar. And back in the old days when I was doing so many record dates, I'd be on rhythm section dates with the guys because I was like, I read chord symbols. So they're reading their chords, so I'm reading. And there was one guitarist by the name of Al Case, and he used to love when I would go. He'd love when I'd slide two pedals at the same time. Gayle, could you do that for me, please? And it's such a nice sound.
Sounds good on piano. Is it possible to play around with like middle positions of the pedal, like quarter?
Well, it won't go quarter. What'll happen is if you don't have the pedal right into its position, especially if you're hitting a lower note, a wire note, what happens is that the mechanism is basically touching the string, and you hear it much more on the metal strings because it's resonant, and it'll give a buzzing sound. It just sounds.
That's like an effect.
Yeah, you can use it like an effect.
Okay.
Like that. You can do that up and play a note, a low note, and then slide the pedal up and down and go da.
Great.
How much time do you need for the pedals to make a switch? So if we're in the score, do you need a rest?
It's really, really fast. Yeah. And sometimes when I'm doing glisses, I have to go up on a chord and come down on another chord. And if the pedals, hopefully, are on one on each foot, then it's easy to do that. Like let's say I was just going to do a simple gliss in C major, with not a C6/9, but just a straight C major scale. And then let's say I need to come down on a D major scale. So I would go up with my pedals all in that natural position. As I come down, I would automatically take and make F and C sharp. So you'd hear that tonality.
And through the examples, if you could talk about what would be more like for a virtuoso player like yourself, but if you're writing, you don't know who's going to be playing harp, how to write within a more average.
I don't know if Norman has talked about this, but for me personally, and I think it's the advice I've always given, don't put pedal graphs in. And I'm going to get some of my examples and I can help you with that. Because, that's okay.
That's even a pedal diagram to begin the piece, according to what Gayle is saying.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, it's good to understand them, right? But for me, this is what I love. I love when the music is all clean, okay? Don't put any pedal markings in or anything. Because if I want to put a pedal graph in, I'll put it where I want to actually make the change, all right? If I'm going to put in pedal markings to change, I'll put them where I want them. Now, that doesn't mean when you hand somebody some music, that you don't know what you're doing. It's just, for me, I like seeing clean music, and I'll use my markings.